Yes, Hemanji, it is live, so you can start now.
Good evening, all of you. So last time we had a topic regarding whether a guru is needed in life or not, yes or no. So it was a 100% yes, and today also like the topic is related only. The topic we are going to talk about is whether the guru is inside or then he is outside, means physically or then spiritually or whatever, like whether he's there. So then there also it is like a big tug of war over there. Yes and no will come always because um, it's not that easy whether you can say um, I would say we are not that wisdomized to say whether it is outside or inside and all this. But of course, we need a guru, that is a fact. We all need a guru. All the gods needed gurus. So of course we are so just human, simple people. Oh yeah. Huh? So let's then also debate on it, like or talk about it whether guru is inside or outside. To start with, you can start from zero, then you are your own guru, of course, because you have loved that subject, spiritual or whatever, like dharmic ho ya jo bhi ho, like you have started having a liking for it. It can be your passion, love, hobby, whatever, but you started somewhere. So that time you are your own teacher, of course, as a starter, because that thing has to develop from inside. You should have a feeling or that love or that craze, curiosity to know that subject और spirituality और गुरु तत्व क्या होता है, क्यों होता है, उसका क्या जरूरत है, whatever, like there are hundreds of reasons and you start with that. You can't just किसी के कहने पे करोगे तो it's useless, या किसी का देख के करोगे तो भी मजा नहीं है. Of course it should you should feel that urge because somebody is doing definitely. हम लोग क्या देखते हैं कि उनको क्या फायदा हो रहा है या उनका क्या चेंजेस आया है, वो सब हम दूसरे में ढूंढते हैं और बाद में गुरु पकड़ते हैं. This is what we do actually. I mean, it's nearly, I would say 70, 80, 90% of people do that. अरे उनके गुरु पावरफुल है या उनका भगवान पावरफुल है या इसका ये पावरफुल है, and then that craze takes them to that place. Okay, but is it your own decision? Is it that your soul is like craving for that thing, that higher spiritual personality or that wisdomized person, that self-realized person? Are you really like into that? That is the first question. And the answer is also with yourself only. It's not about me answering that, or then you go to some other people to ask that. It is you who are going to decide. By merely observing people who are into that thing and just because they got some benefits and you will run after them, अरे मुझे भी लेके जाओ उस गुरु के पास. So it doesn't make sense somewhere. Just for petty influences or that psychic powers or something called what we feel अरे मेरा काम हो जाएगा, all those things. So would you call it spiritual? Yes or no, that the answer is up to you. It's not like I cannot answer that, very simple, because it is within you, whether you want it or not. Okay. So of course, as a starter, I would say the guru is within you, the teacher is within you as a starter. At a point where you start, that curiosity arises, that questions come up. What is this thing called spirituality? How to deal with it, how to practice it, how to go into it. Of course, you'll get good teachers. For the beginners, of course, there are many people here also. I think there are people who practice and even their mentors and teachers who guide. Definitely, they are the first teachers of you. Uh, you can call them guru also, but Sadguru is something different now again. The man or a personality that is self-realized. कहते हैं ना सरस तक पूरा पहुंच गया है, सातों चक्र जागृत हो चुके हैं, तीनों लोगों का राजा है वो, जो सब कुछ जानता है. होल ऑफ यूनिवर्स, तीनों लोगों को जानता है, ज्ञान है उसको पूरा, तो वो सदगुरु होता है। हम हमारे लेवल पे हमको मिला है, बिगनर में हमको अच्छा टीचर मेंटर मिला है, whoever we get, you should like observe or then learn from those people, at least the beginning steps, how to deal with things, like because every person in your life is important. They teach you everything every now and then. Even you yourself can teach yourself many things as a beginner. Observance should be powerful. The practice should be good enough after knowing something. You should be a good listener to your mentors, your teachers, or those who call them guru at a certain level. Of course, they help you to grow. So you need that physical presence. है ना? So without that, how will you do it? Just because you're born, there are very few, like those are like you can call pearls of wisdom. They are born like that. Those Mahavatars, they are born like that, that they are self-gurus, like because it is their past karma, past life, they are all already self-realized. So they come up with their own way. They are born in their own this thing, like they decide and come. So they are great, simply great. But we have to learn. We are to observe, learn, grow, know as many things as possible, even through books, even through self-practice. अच्छा, one thing is there, मीन्स लाइक आई टोल्ड कि गुरु इनसाइड और आउटसाइड, जो ये बात हम कर रहे हैं ना, तो ये प्रैक्टिस करते वक्त एक चीज हो सकती है कि हम लोग जैसे कि बहुत सारे टीचर्स का बहुत कुछ सुन लेते हैं, वी हियर देम while talking or practicing, we observe them how and what they do, the practices day and night. Then the books will teach you so many. There are so many umpteen hundreds of chapters which they teach you about spirituality, yoga, and all those things. But when you start practicing, implementation जब होता है, when you start doing it, that time you are going to learn. The process will begin, and during that practice, you yourself shall know what is no wrong and what is right. For a simple example, in a certain book there is written, ये प्राणायाम करने से ये होगा. You start it. When you start doing it a few days, you'll understand where you went wrong, where you were right by doing it. Is there any problem happening? Is it that I'm going through some ailment or then indigestion or whatever because of that exercise, or then I'm getting benefited by that exercise? Everything you, it's such a minute observation. Every single moment, every single breath you have to observe. Then you can be your own teacher to a certain level. Till a certain level, I would say, not after that. Because see, it's not that easy to get self-realized alone. No, it's what you think. mm, I would say like something beyond the reach, I would say, and we all should accept it. The first thing is accept it, accept the truth. हेमंत जी बोले जा रहे, लेकिन भाई प्रैक्टिस करोगे तो आपको कुछ समझ में आएगा कि आपकी हदें क्या है. जस्ट बिकॉज यू रिसीव्ड सम एक्सटर्नल powers or like some psychic powers started happening with you, some small or big or something you can do extraordinary than other few people. Don't judge yourself that you are your own guru and you're going to now get self realized and you'll be like आपके सातों चक्र जागृत हो जाएंगे और आप फिर भगवान बन जाओगे. नहीं, नहीं बॉस. You, when the time will come, you'll need him, and that time he will guide you, he will intuit you, he will come up in his own form, be it in his spiritual form, physical form, whatever, like what we say, angelic or whatever, कोई भी रूप में वो आएगा, आपको जरूर गाइड करेगा. तो प्लीज ये मत समझना कि आप खुद उस हद तक जा सकते हो, क्योंकि गए हैं लोग लेकिन उनको तकलीफें भी होती है, और रेयर केसेस है, रेयर केसेस, रेयर, करोड़ों में. यहाँ पर हमारे यहाँ पर लाखों लोग लेक्चर देते हैं, मैं भी देता हूँ, लेकिन इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि मैं ग्रो हो गया और मुझे सब कुछ आता है। लेट अस बी वेरी ट्रू टू आवर सेल्फ कि मैं सब कुछ जानता हूँ। अरे थियोरेटिकली जान के क्या करोगे? वो 7 चक्र के नाम आ गए और उसका प्रॉपर्टीज आ गया, उसका कलर कौन सा है डाल दिया, वो किस किस चीजों में हेल्प करता है डाल दिया। इसका मतलब ये थोड़ी है कि आपने जान लिया उसको। ये रियलाइज दैट चक्र को रिलीज किया है क्या पूरा फुल फ्लेज्ड? Is most of all form, of course, the self-realized people have designed it. They have even mentioned it. There are of types of colors which you might be feeling while meditating and doing those exercises. It is just in the book, but original form when they do it or you do it, if you reach that particular, suppose you reach the first chakra and it's going to open up, so you'll understand that time what it is. Till then, what? So let's practice and be true to ourselves. सिर्फ बुकिश नॉलेज से कुछ नहीं होने वाला. We can give lectures, hours and hours. Even I am giving. So, but that doesn't mean that my chakras have opened up or activated and all those things. No, boss. Yes, once or twice I have felt that warmness around certain areas while practicing pranayama, while doing meditations, like when I used to go into that for maybe half an hour, 1 hour, 2 hours zone or more than that, that time I did feel something. But that does not mean that वो हो गया है और मैं अब सब कुछ कर सकता हूँ. It doesn't mean like that, boss. Because I am basically a healer. So before a few years, like I used to really practice it like for hours and hours, and definitely it was like something very different for me. Like even if I touch someone, like his pain used to go away, and I think one or two people from here know it that I used to do it. So, but that doesn't mean that मेरा चक्र open हो गया है. No, 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 no. That's a big misunderstanding, I would say. So only that particular exercises have made your body, your nerves a bit tougher. Like that electrification happens, that vibrations, that magnetism happens when you go into that zone. And definitely you become a bit more the toxins when they are less and your body is much more clear and your thoughts are much more clear. There is a vacuum created, like the thoughts you are able to control them at least a little, like maybe 1 or 2%. That time your ability grows to heal. Nothing big deal here in that. Nothing big deal. That doesn't mean that we have become gurus or we have become gods. So we need a guru. Definitely, we should respect that word first of all, that Sadguru. So please see that you definitely go through all the mentors, teachers, guides who teach you, because every single child or a grown-up person needs that at the beginning. Because if the teacher didn't teach us ABCD, then we wouldn't have able to read today. The words, the alphabets, the nothing we could have done. No. So we need, everybody needs that thing. But at the same time, the teacher should also be loyal enough, honest enough, ki Baba, you are telling the truth. You are teaching them the correct thing. Instead of saying that you are a guru and all. Okay. So that is the first thing I would say. And so I know many people may feel a bit awkward or a bad or whatever, I don't know. But definitely inside they know what it is. And we are professional healers, counselors, uh, that astrology readers, and this. We are doing all types of things. Like everybody has their own profession, and we are into that. We are earning a daily bread through it. Okay, great. And everybody should have it. Everybody has his own line. Just like somebody does a job, somebody does a business. हमारा भी ये लाइन है, हम करते हैं definitely. लेकिन इसका मतलब ये नहीं हुआ कि हम लोग वो डोमिनेंस पार्ट पे चले जाए कि हम गुरु बन गए. थोड़ा सा कड़वा है, लेकिन एक्सेप्ट करो, क्योंकि मैं ये इसलिए इधर लेक्चर दे रहा हूँ, या जो भी डिबेट कर रहा हूँ या प्रेजेंट कर रहा हूँ, जो भी हम लोग स्पीच दे रहे हैं, कि हम लोग एक दूसरे को जान सके, या खुद सबसे पहले खुद को जान सके, फॉरगेट अबाउट अदर्स, कि हम कहाँ सही है कहाँ गलत है। हमारा अगर कोई साइकिक ग्रो हो रहा है, पावर ग्रो हो रहा है, या हमारी वैल्यू, यानी कि हमारी जबान जो है कितना, जो हम वर्ड्स अटर करते हैं कितने सच हो रहे हैं, या हमारी आंखों का इन्फ्लुएंस कितना हो रहा है किसी पे, या हमारा जो थॉट फोर्स है वो कितने लेवल तक किसी को कन्वर्ट करता है हीलिंग में या काउंसलिंग में, कितना हम लोग उस पर प्रभाव डालते हैं, है ना। तो वो सब इम्पोर्टेंट है डेफिनेटली। और वो ग्रो कब होगा, जब आप आईने की तरह जितना क्लीन होते जाओगे तब होगा। और ये पूरा प्रैक्टिकल साइंस है, इट इज अ प्रैक्टिकल साइंस। I can't even call it experiment, or then because you already have that conclusions. When you do it, you are going to get that answer. So whenever you practice it, do it with all your heart out, like, and be very like, that selfishness should not be there when you're doing healing or counseling or anything, whatever you do. I know, even I used to feel like, I used to be very, like, feeling proud of myself. I can do this, that, but it was all useless. Now, when I am understanding that after years, I am feeling that that was all useless. Ghamand, that ego, no, it's useless. You end up somewhere there only, or even down. So let's leave our egos. Let's leave our great knowledge aside a little. Let's become more like a child, more like that water, or then more like a mirror, and start practicing. And definitely, you will yourself, like, when the self observation happens, you will be a great guide of yourself, great teacher of yourself. Many things will come on the way. You will be blessed. Maybe you will see many things. Many experiences will come. And he shows you. That I can bet it. He will show you where you're wrong, where you're right, where you're growing. And a day will come, definitely one day, or maybe I don't know. As I always say, I'm a firm believer in rebirth and past and all everything. Like, I 100% believe, 100% believe in God, 100% believe in my gurus, unshaken faith. Whether I'm, like, on that mode of doing some, getting that success or failure, I'm not bothered. Whether something went wrong with me, or then I have not earned or earned too much, or I ate so much good food or not, or then I got something or did not get it, the faith should be undisturbed. When you are when you surrender yourself now, that time you can that keep that track different. Last lecture or last speech, I said that don't ever mix up your daily things with your spirituality. Uh, if somebody was, the last time over there, like, they might be like, if you remember what I told, so प्लीज उसको मिक्स मत करो आपकी कामयाबी के साथ, प्लीज। तो अभी भी मैं वही बोल रहा हूँ, बिकॉज इफ यू वांट टू क्लैरिफाई, मतलब जितना क्लीन अप करना है तो उसके लिए ये सब जरूरी है, बहुत जरूरी है। वापस बोल रहा हूँ, गुरु अंदर भी है बाहर भी है, बाहर वाला जरूर आएगा वक्त आने पे। शायद इस जन्म में नहीं आया तो अगले जन्म में आएगा। एंड आई एक्चुअली लास्ट टाइम आई टोल्ड यू, लाइक आई टेल यू अ स्टोरी, अ शॉर्ट स्टोरी ऑफ 2 3 4 मिनट्स, लाइक, एकदम परफेक्ट 100% नहीं, लेकिन जितना मुझे याद है वो मैं बता रहा हूँ। स्वामी विवेकानंदा व्हेन ही वेंट टू, आई सपोज न्यूयॉर्क में, कहाँ पर उन्होंने जो भाषण दिया था, तो Like it was all claps and all like big this thing for. Okay, so he was a yogi, a self-realized person. So one of the Englishmen, he was hardly 17 or 18. He was like, he went to Swamiji and told, like, can you be my teacher, sir? It's my guru. He leaned before him and he was like actually asking for it. Please become my guru. So that time Swamiji just smiled and told him that your guru will come 21 years later and he will be having a cup in his hand, the big one like that thing. So now this person was like after 21 years something like it was very odd. Of course, हम भी होते तो शायद अरे ये क्या बोल रहे हैं. But after that 21 years when he was eh, that number of years like in his 30s, okay. So that time Yogananda was there, he was giving speech in America, and all of a sudden he came down the stage after his speech. He was holding some cup which was given to him, and when he was passing in between the crowd, that time this young man who was now in his 30s, he came across him. In that time, Yogananda himself, like he forwarded himself and told that yes, son, I have come. 21 years have passed, you waited, now you're my student. So he accepted him that time. And that time, this person realized that what words Vivekananda ji had said now come true. So these are yogis. Okay. Forget 21 years, they can tell about 21,000 years back or what. They have that power. Okay, great. They have achieved that goal. And that is why कहना वो पूजनीय है. That is why we respect them. हम लोग उनकी पूजा करते हैं, हम लोग उनकी आराधना करते हैं. Fully intellectual, 100% पूरा. So वो अलग ही है यार. ऐसे बहुत सारी स्टोरीज है जो रोज लोगों ने देखी है. फीलिंग्स दैट एक्सपीरियंस तब जाके आपको पता चलता है नहीं भाई. These are self-realized people who come to know that time. And he waited for 21 years for that person to come, for Yogananda to come. Suddenly he realized that thing. Arey, yes, all came true. And lucky fellow, he got a great guru. So this happens, and this will happen with every single person who is really like honest, faithful with his own practices, with his own guru, God. A day will come. A day will come for everybody. It's not like only those are practitioners. Maybe some who may begin late may go ahead. There is nothing like that, that just because we are practicing and we know something, we are going to grow beyond them. No. हमारे से पीछे आने वाला हमारे से आगे जा सकता है. I think we should help them. That is your part. Like that is the role you should play as a mentor, as a guide, or as a teacher, or a person who knows something more than that fellow, be it he or her or whatever he is. That is our job, our responsibility as a human being. So we should do that. Then you are great. I'm talking, I know there are some disturbances. The problem is like around here that outside my window, there is a ground and small children are playing. So please bear with me for that. There might be a little bit of disturbance. So let me continue again. So these are the things which we humans forget it very, very easily. We forget it every single day. We get up and we forget it, including me. I'm not telling that we people who are listening or who are going to see this. We all do that mistakes. But every time, hammer yourself. अरे मैंने ये क्यों किया? अरे how I forgot it? Why did I do that? Why I forgot it? उससे बाहर आने का कोशिश कंटिन्यूस होना चाहिए, hundreds of times, thousands of times, then only you will be out, otherwise no. Once you are out, then you will be in, नीचे घुसोगे, पहुंचना है वहां जहाँ तो जाना है ना, वहां रास्ता मिलेगा अंदर जाने का. So we are bound to do that mistakes. Be it anything, we are humans, we are here down on earth. These things are going to happen. But rectify yourself every day. कभी दो मिस्टेक, कभी पांच मिस्टेक, कभी 10 मिस्टेक, कभी एक मिस्टेक, कभी नहीं किया तो ग्रेट. But yes, definitely every moment you have to like observe that thing. Like, and this is the opportunity because maybe I was a bit late to understand the things, but definitely we have got a chance as a human being to do all this. I always say we have that intellect, we have that brain, we have buddhi, we have that subconscious, and so many things which animals don't have. We are so lucky. तो जितना हो सके सेल्फ ऑब्जर्वेशन करो, जितना हो सके. मैं ये नहीं बोलता कि सब काम धंधा छोड़ दो और प्रैक्टिस में लग जाओ, नहीं 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 बॉस, डोंट डू दैट. बट एटलीस्ट स्टार्ट रेक्टिफाइंग थिंग्स so that the conscience, the heart, the brain, everything becomes a bit clear. You create that vacuum, that space for good things or the spirituality or that type of things to come inside you. It's not going to be like a evening walk and you'll become great spiritual leader. No, no. But give that space to yourself every single day, a little bit of time, and see that you grow. And you will not even know when you've grown. When you start it now, you'll understand it. Within a few months, you'll start realizing where you are. So let's grow in silence. उसके जैसा है, silence is always golden. जितना अकेला बैठ सकते हो बैठो. Start your whatever, like the inner eye practice or third eye, whatever you call it, or then wherever you practice. Some people practice on heart. Meditation करो. अच्छा, मैं ये नहीं बोलता कि सिर्फ मेडिटेशन और प्राणायाम ही से सब होने वाला है. भक्ति मार्ग भी बहुत अच्छा मार्ग है, जहाँ आप सचमुच भगवान की भक्ति बहुत प्यार से करते हो. एक छोटे से फूल से लेके मंदिर से लेके हर चीज सजाना जो होता है, विदाउट एनी डिस्ट्रैक्शन ऑफ माइंड, विदाउट एनी जेलेसी, ईगो. खास करके हमारे आजू बाजू में जैसे कि बहन भाई सासू पति फ्रेंड्स, प्यार से लगे रहो भगवान के साथ या आपके हायर जो अथॉरिटी है, जो जो भी आप लोग करते हो उसके साथ. That will also take you there. It is not that there are only one, because that will also slowly take you into that zone where you will like become that way. So एक technical जो एक रिजल्ट मिलना चाहिए वो मिलेगा आपको, थोड़ा लेट मिल सकता है. लेकिन प्राणायाम कैसा है, थोड़ा फास्ट है. इट रैपिडली टेक्स यू, इट्स साइंटिफिक. प्राणायाम में इंटर रिलेटेड लाइक मिक्स जब होता है प्राणायाम मेडिटेशन और साथ में भक्ति, तो वो एक स्पीड जनरेट होता है बड़ा. कि 10 साल की जगह शायद हम 2 4 5 साल में भी कामयाब हो जाए एक लिमिट पहुंचने के लिए. पॉसिबल है, पॉसिबल नहीं है ही, पॉसिबल का बात ही नहीं है. अगर कर रहे हो तो होगा, क्यों नहीं होगा. बट डेली कर्मस भी तभी आते हैं बीच में, तो वो वापस आपको रुका सकते हैं. जो हम लोग करते हैं डेली अपना एक्ट्स, जो भी, हाँ ना, गलतियाँ, अच्छी बातें, बुरी बातें, और ऊपर से फिर खाना. आई ऑलवेज टोल्ड यू, सात्विक खाना जितना खाओगे उतना फायदा होगा. आई नेवर अपोज टू एनी अदर फूड, like maybe, so for example non-veg, chalo, it's somebody's food, they may eat, it is up to them, nothing bad about it. But to really like, when you say internally when the growth happens, it actually means आपको मन ही नहीं होगा वो खाने का. That is what has happened with a few people. Because the first thought will come, "Arey, you can't kill someone and it." That is the first thought will come when you start practicing in a long run. When people say like you want to means in a spiritual path पे हूँ और सब कुछ हूँ and I am a leader this that when you suddenly find him, so I sometimes feel like how can you, when you are not allowed to kill even an insect when it bites, how can you do that thing like I know it's a very uh, this thing very confusing thing, but I do ask the question to myself, not telling about others who how they are practicing, what they are eating, what they are not. It's up to them. But I definitely ask myself. So it's like a joke, like in the book, like it was written somewhere. I don't want to mention the book also. Like, why to make your stomach a graveyard of dead animals? So let it be clean. Na? It's a simple food. Always the stomach will be light, the body will be light. Digestion becomes so easy. तो गुरु तो अंदर भी है बाहर भी है भैया, आप जैसा ऑब्जर्व करोगे जैसा करोगे वो दिखेगा आपको, वैसा ही फल मिलेगा, मिलते रहेगा. Now these things have happened like so in the past, like it's like an example, like the thing is that I have eaten non-veg for nearly like 6 months to 1 year in my life, and that was due to someone else it happened, but I definitely ate it. It was my fault, and suddenly 1 day came and I just left it, and I was like, no way, मैं वापस मुड़ के नहीं देखा वहाँ. I never ever did that again, but that does not mean that others to stop it. It was written in my karma, it happened, and suddenly it all stopped. The thought even stopped of even taking that near to me or in the plate or anything. A lot stopped, like fully. I don't know how it happened. So it should happen that way for others also. And that is why I always say that जो कोई हम लोग हमेशा मतलब there is a big debate on that सात्विक खाना this that, but let it happen automatically. Let the karma decide. Let their own intellect decide what to do. That time you are grown up. That time your will is such powerful that you are able to do it within seconds. That time the guru within you is there. How to leave alcohol? Yes, I have to leave it. Within a moment. It should not be कल से छोड़ूंगा. If you are smoking, decide I don't want it. That's it. You can't say भैया अभी 8 बजे है, तो एक पी लेता हूँ, 8:30 के बाद फिर शायद सो जाऊंगा, फिर सुबह से कुछ नहीं. ऐसे नहीं होता ना. ऐसे नहीं होता है. छोड़ना है छोड़ दो, खत्म अभी के अभी. तो ये आपके अंदर के गुरु का पावर है, विदिन जो बोलते हैं हमने जो ये टॉपिक डाला है, दैट इज द पावर. Leave means leave, finish. Can't debate it and talk on this and I'll decide this. I will talk first to my family, friends, my friend, close friend. Forget it, yeah. I'll go to God and say sorry and then leave it. These are all nonsense words. जिसको जो करना है उसी मोमेंट पे करता है वो. It takes not even a fraction of a second to leave it. Forget about doing all this like story business and all like. नहीं तो नहीं. That time you will realize the power of Guru. That time you will realize the power of intellect. That time you will realize the power of the universe. Everything. Your own ability you will be able to decide, अरे मैं इतना powerful हूँ. And the answer will be yes and no that time only, not tomorrow morning or day after tomorrow. That moment will decide how much powerful your will is. क्या ये जबान की लालच मेरे से ज्यादा पावरफुल है या नहीं है, वो वक्त डिसाइड करेगा आपका उस मोमेंट पे. है ना. तो गुरु विदिन, यस ही इज देयर. Listen to him. He always says, yes, do like that, do like that. But we did not do it. We do not do it. We don't follow it. The conscious give you the answer always. The subconscious or the superconscious or the matter inside always guides you. It's whether up to us, follow it or not. You can't blame anyone कि उसने मेरी थाली में डाल दिया या उसने मुझे जबरदस्ती पिला दिया. All those things happen. No, 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 no. I sit in everybody's place. Like मैं हर कोई बड़ी बात नहीं है because our relatives, our friends do eat, drink, everything. I sit in between them. I tell you, right? But I've never touched it. Tens of people, and in between I'm there. So only up to your will. It is nothing magic, not kind of a power, or not kind of a spiritual personality. Nothing. It's just your thinking, your decision, nothing else. No need for a great special thing to happen, like, and you'll do that afterwards. It's just that moment. That moment. But actually, yes, you are that. If you do it, you are in control. That means the guru within you is totally alive. He has the control to do such things. So inside वाला हो रहा है वैसे बाहर वाला भी है. Physical need of a guru, or then presence, or then that photo or the statue. Definitely, they all have their own powers. Don't ever think that like इसमें कुछ नहीं है. Even a simple stone has its own powers, which can really become powerful to guide you. Even a piece of stone. So everybody can give you something, but are you really receiving it, ready to receive that? Receptive mind है तो होगा. रिसेप्टिव माइंड होगा तो बहुत कुछ मिलेगा. अगर आप रोकोगे तो दिक्कतें आएगी और वो ड्यूरेशन लंबा होते जाएगा. इट विल लेंथन योर प्रोसेस. दैट्स इट. I know everybody wants to grow in this. Everybody wants. Every single person wants, like, God should love me, Guru should love me, family should love me. But are you that receptive and like this thing to get that things? People will tell me, अरे मेरे साथ लोगों ने ऐसा बिहेव किया, मिसबिहेव किया, दिस दैट. मेरे साथ भी हुआ है. तो क्या मैंने जीना छोड़ दिया? क्या मैं अपने गुरु से लगा हुआ हूँ, मैं अपनी प्रार्थना में लगा हुआ हूँ, मैं अपने ऊपर देख रहा हूँ. जिनको जो करना है करे. Let's continue our journey. Simple. Last time one of the ma'am asked me, like, गुरु, हमारे गुरु को अगर कोई उल्टा बोले तो हम क्या करें? गुस्सा आ जाता है. गुस्सा आ जाता है, गुस्सा पी जाओ भाई. हाँ, वो धर्म युद्ध अलग था, वो बात अलग है, वो छोड़ो. वो अब एक वो अलग स्टोरी है, वो कभी डिस्कस करेंगे उसके ऊपर. लेकिन अगर आप, इफ यू आर टोटली इनटू दिस spirit world or spiritual world where you want to grow, you want to really become self-realized, then that time these things have no value. कोई गाली दे या कोई आपके लिए ब्लेसिंग दे, इसका कोई वैल्यू नहीं है। आपको ग्रो होना है आपके गुरु के साथ, खत्म हो गई बात, आपके भगवान के साथ खत्म हो गई बात। और गुरु सक्षम है वो खुद का ये करने के लिए भी, बचाव करने के लिए भी, और आपको भी बचाने के लिए, और आप जैसे लाखों लोग भी होंगे उनको बचाने के लिए। Sometimes we do feel like why all these things happen, like why these things like gussa, fights and all these things. But if you think deeply, like it's like all like mental illness. What you are going to derive by getting angry on someone's God and gurus? What? What happiness and satisfaction you're going to get? You tell me. I don't think anything. Zero. आपके साथ. So these things happen. So let's forget all those things. Let's move on our great path, which your great deities, gurus, and who have shown you the path. You be on that, I would say. Like, don't run here and there. I've seen people changing gurus like books and clothes. अरे वो ज्यादा पावरफुल है चलो उसके पास, अरे वो ज्यादा पावरफुल है चलो उसके पास, अरे उन्होंने तो अपने आप को हवा में उड़ा लिया चलो उसके पास, अरे उन्होंने तो आधा मरे आदमी को 2 मिनट में उठा दिया चलो उसके पास। अरे ऐसे होता है क्या? हैव यू एवर थॉट कि अगर आपका सेल्फ रियलाइज गुरु है सचमुच, तो वो क्या फील करता होगा आपके बारे में? वो तो कभी नहीं आप पे भड़के, या ना ही आपको कोई उल्टा बोला है, ना ही टॉन्ट मारा होगा, मुस्कुरा के चुप बैठ गए होंगे। क्योंकि उसको पता है इट्स नथिंग, इट्स लाइक जस्ट यू आर रनिंग फॉर समथिंग, एंड दैट इज इग्नोरेंस, bookish knowledge, or then that thing you saw around or a powerful hand. You never had faith on your guru. So these are the things, and there are many things to be like go. Uh, this is like very deep science, and I tell you, it is science. 100% it is a science. And the deeper you go, you'll understand things. The more we talk, there will be more coming out things like every moment. So please, like, I would like to stop it here because there are many things inside. Like, I really need time for that. Whenever we talk and we need to like go deeper into that, then you understand something out of it. Forget about 10 and 20 and 50%. For even 1%, you really have to go so much inside that you need that time. I tell you, you need that time practically. Okay, let's stop it here right now. And if anybody wants to talk with me, it's okay. I'm waiting for it.
Awesome. Thank you, Hemantji. Anyone else has any question? No, I don't. Yeah.
Good presentation. I think that Guru is within us, and I believe that I'm a close follower of Guru Nanak and
Yeah.
Guru Nanak and all the healing modalities. Of course, Vaiguruji is with me, and there's nothing that can stop it. But when I go through outbursts, I don't keep it inside me. I talk it out, because if
Right.
I keep it inside me, I will go get burst.
Yeah, of course, it
Yeah,
will be
sometimes it happens.
frustration, meditations. Yeah, you have to come out with that. To clear
Sometimes
yourself,
it
you need it.
sometimes it happens when you're too busy, you keep it inside, and
Right.
then you get into explosion. So Gurbani is my path, and Gurbani, gratitude, and laughter yoga and hypnosis is my path. So very well presented, and I believe in the values of Kam, Krodh,
Yeah.
Lobh, Moh, Ahankar.
Yeah. Right. So this is how it is. And definitely, let's come up with more. There are thousands and thousands of ideas.
Will it open the door? Yeah. So Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moh, Ahankar, and good presentation.
Okay, thank
So
you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Rajvin. Thank you so much, Hemantji. Thank
Thank
you.
thank you.